Imagine if I shared with you the secret that your mind holds the key to crafting your future. Delve into the principle of assumption and uncover the truth that your beliefs mold your reality. This presentation is your portal to a realm filled with boundless opportunities. Prepare yourself to be the creator of your fate. The principle of assumption posits that our convictions manifest in our lives. Learn how to carve out your future utilizing the strength of your mind's eye. In this discourse, we will explore the enigmas of the law of assumption and its interplay with our tangible world. We aim to demonstrate how to exist beyond the confines of three dimensions, venturing into a cosmos of infinite potential through focused thought and vivid imagination. These instruments empower you to channel your aspirations, transforming dreams into reality swiftly. Discover the process by which our beliefs crystallize into palpable forms and how we can architect our life's journey through our visions and steadfast beliefs. Understand the influence of your convictions on your forthcoming days and your surroundings. Now, I invite you to proclaim in the comments, "I am the creator of my destiny, molding my future with my potent imagination." Through the declaration of I am affirmations, we solidify our identity and our goals. The I am not only fosters inner dialogue but also propels our manifestation and existence in this world. Let's embark on this journey. Numerous individuals have experienced precognitive events, suggesting the possibility of perceiving them in another dimension prior to their materialization in our three-dimensional world. Our initial lesson involves existing in a four-dimensional space. My goal is to illuminate the intrinsic potential within each individual and to showcase our ability to shape our destiny. By initiating change, our future embarks on a path that aligns with that alteration. The malleability of the future is rooted in the understanding that perceptions wield more power than actions. An individual's self-view serves as the foundation. Our actions and experiences emanate from our self-perception. Altering this self-view has a direct impact on our future, with every change in experience modifying our beliefs. The self-image, seemingly trivial, holds immense significance. It is crucial to reassess our beliefs and acknowledge their transformative capability. Transformation occurs within the realm of consciousness. Although the future may appear predetermined, it is filled with a myriad of potential outcomes that constantly challenge us. The choice of our life's direction teeters between two perceptions, the earthly and the spiritual. We differentiate between our daily consciousness, shaped by sensory input, and a vision fueled by our desires. From an earthly standpoint, reality is confined to the present, with the past and future relegated to the imagination. However, from a spiritual viewpoint, time is a continuum. Events exist independently, akin to objects in space, merging past and future into the present moment. The perception of the spiritual being diverges from that of the common being. Our restricted view hinders our ability to perceive the true essence of reality. To develop the skill to perceive the unseen, it is beneficial to detach our minds from tangible evidence and concentrate on invisible states, mentally experiencing and feeling them until they are as vivid as our physical surroundings. Through deep focus, distractions dissipate. Merely visualizing the desired state enables us to see it with clarity, shifting our focus from the tangible to the intangible. We cultivate a spiritual viewpoint that allows us to perceive the invisible. With practice, the power of imagination becomes a tool to shape our future as we desire. Understanding the desire that propels action is essential. Absent desire, action is unattainable. We gravitate towards what occupies our thoughts, transcending mere physical actions. The act of quitting a habit becomes compelling when the desire to abandon it outweighs the urge to continue. The desires that motivate us are those that captivate our attention. Recognizing a void in our lives, something that would fulfill us, often triggers our desires, typically driven by personal gain, with the intensity of the desire amplifying with the anticipation of benefit. Every desire is fundamentally selfish, devoid of perceived advantage. There is no incentive, and thus, no action. The language of desire serves as the conduit through which the spiritual communicates with the earthly. Grasping and adhering to life's guidance is pivotal for personal growth and the attainment of our objectives. To follow this guidance without question is to embrace the desired outcome instantaneously. As Pascal noted, if you earnestly desire something, it is within your reach. Acting on this conviction can reshape the future to mirror our expectations and beliefs. When an individual truly believes their desire has materialized, their inner self naturally identifies the means to bring it to fruition, uncovering the necessary strategies for its achievement. Imagining the realization of our goals offers unparalleled insight into the pathway to success. The doctrine of causality is paramount in understanding how a being, operating within a four-dimensional scope, harnesses its broadened perspective to forge the tools necessary for manifesting its objectives. For minds unaccustomed to discipline, embracing a reality that defies sensory evidence presents a formidable challenge. We introduce a method designed to enhance the pre-visualization of outcomes, enabling the envisioning of entities or events before their materialization. The significance of seemingly elementary principles is frequently overlooked. Yet, this distinct approach to shaping the future is the culmination of extensive research and experimentation. To alter the trajectory of what's to come, initiating with a potent desire is crucial, alongside setting a clear objective and possessing a precise comprehension of the desired outcome. Subsequently, envision an occurrence you would expect to transpire post the fulfillment of your desire. This scenario should serve as a testament to the desire's realization and be within your realm of influence. For clarity, initiate this process by seeking relaxation on a bed or chair, inducing a semi-conscious state, closing your eyes, and concentrating on the action you intend to visualize. Endeavor to see yourself executing this action in the current moment. It's vital to immerse in the action, experiencing it firsthand rather than as a mere observer. Aim to feel the act of performing the action, bringing the imaginary sensation as close to reality as possible. Ensure that the action envisioned is in harmony with your desire. Engage in this experience until it resonates with authenticity and vibrancy. For instance, in the pursuit of a job promotion, it is customary to receive accolades upon attainment. Select this congratulatory interaction as your focal point, and while relaxing your physique, transition into a state akin to slumber yet remain in control of your thoughts. Maintain consciousness and ease, picturing a colleague before you. Offer a handshake, initiating a realistic perception followed by an imaginary conversation congruent with your envisioned scenario. Position yourself in the present, accepting accolades for your success. Shift your focus from past endeavors to current and forthcoming achievements. Now, this future occurrence exists within a larger dimension, mirroring our conventional three-dimensional realm. Grasping the distinction between living the present and visualizing oneself in action is pivotal for triumph or defeat. My experiences underscored the essence of simplifying and specifying the envisioned action, concentrating on a singular event and its repetition. This method breathes life into imagination, rendering it tangible. Absent this focus, our attention may diverge to various images instantly, veering us away from our intended goal as if traversing vast distances in space and time. When opting to ascend a specific staircase, it's imperative to concentrate solely on this act. Persist in this focus, treating the ascent as reality until it crystallizes vividly in your mind. The concept should be articulated effortlessly, enabling the mind to grasp the sensation of the desire's realization with minimal mental strain. A state of mild somnolence aids in sustaining concentration with little effort, yet deep sleep must be avoided to preserve attention control. A balanced level of drowsiness is ideal, allowing for directed thought. Manifesting our desires involves imagining and feeling as though they have already come to fruition. In a tranquil and relaxed state, repeating a simple mantra, akin to a lullaby, can affirm the desire's realization. This can be done with gratitude, as if thanking a higher entity for actualizing the desire. Conversely, to tap into a wider realm, remaining awake until sleep's onset is essential. Vividly envision the experiences tied to achieving your goal, and in time, reality will mirror your imagination. Feed the mind with affirmations of beliefs deemed true, for even intangible assumptions can solidify into reality when embraced consistently, becoming perceptibly real. All mechanisms that support an assumption are deemed beneficial, profoundly impacting life's facets and steering actions, speech, and gestures towards realization. Comprehending how individuals mold their futures in alignment with their beliefs necessitates an understanding of a world beyond conventional dimensions. The concept of a four-dimensional realm, where past, present, and future coexist simultaneously, may seem abstract and challenging to grasp for those accustomed to perceiving reality through the lens of linear time. However, by cultivating a deeper understanding of this expanded perspective, we can harness its power to shape our lives in profound ways. In the realm of shaping our destinies, we possess the unique capability to preemptively experience events, creating a scenario where these occurrences are already unfolding from our standpoint within a three-dimensional existence. To effect change within the confines of our spatial reality, it's imperative to initiate alterations within the four-dimensional continuum of space-time. This notion poses a significant intellectual hurdle, as conceiving an existence beyond our familiar three dimensions, length, width, and height, ventures into the abstract. The idea of entities dwelling within such realms might be dismissed by many, despite our proficiency in navigating the three spatial dimensions. A dimension transcends the simplistic notion of a measurement vector. It embodies a distinct perspective in relation to its counterparts. When we consider measuring entities in the fourth dimension, it entails an approach orthogonal to the traditional spatial axis. Time, undeniably, represents this fourth dimension, offering a unique metric for defining existence beyond spatial constraints, where the emergence or dissolution of objects is bound by duration, a quantifiable measure. Unlike the spatial dimensions, time provides a straightforward metric, establishing itself as an alternative means of dimensional assessment. The incorporation of additional dimensions bestows upon an object a greater degree of solidity and tangibility. A mere line, confined to a singular dimension, acquires form, mass, and essence with the addition of more dimensions. Thus, time imbues the fourth dimension with a characteristic far surpassing the physicality of solids, much as solids transcend surfaces, and surfaces transcend lines. Time serves as a conduit for experiential transformation, for all change is inextricably linked to time. Observing that a solid, when sectioned, yields a surface, further division of a surface produces a line, and segmenting a line reveals a point, illustrates a hierarchical relationship. A point is essentially a sectional view of a line, which, in turn, is a slice of a surface, itself a cross-section of a solid. This reasoning leads to the inference that a solid is merely a three-dimensional cross-section of a four-dimensional entity. Consequently, our encounters with three-dimensional objects are interactions with three-dimensional slices of four-dimensional phenomena. Encountering an individual, then, is to engage with a three-dimensional snapshot of their four-dimensional essence. Envisioning this four-dimensional existence necessitates imagining every life segment, from birth to demise, as simultaneous occurrences. This approach requires integrating all conceivable impressions into a cohesive, present whole within our consciousness. For us, inhabitants of the three-dimensional world, the ability to traverse time would unveil the potential to preview and sculpt the future. Our perceived reality, seemingly concrete, is but a shadow of a more profound existence, a threshold we can transcend. It symbolizes a realm of greater foundational and dimensional superiority, which itself is a precursor to an even more fundamental and dimensionally advanced continuum, extending infinitely. The absolute, no matter the dimensional depth explored, remains elusive. However, by focusing on an unseen state, envisioning its visibility and tangibility, one can transition into a dimensionally superior reality, where the envisioned becomes palpably real. An intuitive sense suggests that retreating further into one's consciousness, thus externalizing time once more, expands dimensional perception. This iterative inward retreat and time externalization reveal that both time and space are sequential, portraying life's saga as an ascension through a dimensionally layered temporal structure. The sequential nature of the universe, while awaiting scientific elucidation, holds practical significance in our endeavor to reshape the future. This endeavor hinges on navigating between two realms in the infinite sequence, the tangible world perceived through our senses and the intangible, sensed independently. The second lesson emphasizes that beliefs mold reality. The external world's reality is questioned not from a lack of understanding of its existence but from a failure to harness and focus our energies to transcend the thin divide separating us. The essence of this discourse is straightforward: to unveil another realm by lifting the sensory veil, requiring no monumental effort. The tangible world fades when our focus shifts away from it. Concentrating on a desired state brings it into mental existence. To manifest your aspirations into the physical realm, to convert them into palpable facts, it demands a deliberate concentration on the unseen state until it materializes. Should you struggle to steer your focus in a dreamlike condition, it might prove beneficial to anchor your attention on an item. Look beyond its exterior, penetrate its essence, and immerse yourself in the depth where you live and experience your sought-after reality. Engage your senses until you are wholly absorbed in the envisioned state. Upon concluding your meditation, as you emerge from this guided daydream, it will seem as though you've ventured back from an extensive expedition. The tangible world, momentarily set aside, will re-enter your awareness, suggesting that your belief in the imagined reality was a misconception. Yet, recognizing consciousness as the sole reality allows you to stay true to your vision. Through this enduring mental stance, you validate your ability to actualize your desires into tangible outcomes. Initiate by clarifying your aspiration and concentrate on the notion of embodying it. Embrace the sensation of having already achieved your ideal, the emotional state that would accompany the realization of your dream. Act and live in alignment with this belief. Despite sensory contradictions, this belief, if persistently upheld, will manifest as reality. The integration of the desired state into your consciousness is observable through your interactions. Mental conversations offer a more genuine reflection of oneself than actual dialogues, providing a mirror for self-evaluation. If your perception of others remains unchanged, your self-view hasn't shifted. Alterations in self-perception invariably transform your interactions with the world. During meditation, envision others perceiving you as the embodiment of your realized ideal. You will manifest to others as the incarnation of the ideal that, during meditation, you mentally project onto them. Imagine during these sessions that they witness you as you aspire to be. By embodying your desired state, your aspiration is fulfilled, extinguishing all yearning. Desire transforms from an ambition to a recognized possession, embodying the state of having achieved your aspiration. It's posited that at any given moment, multiple futures are available to us. This raises the question of how such potentiality exists when our experiences in the three-dimensional realm seem preordained. The ability to preview and alter future events underscores this potential. If we liken earthly experiences to this text, it's as if we navigate through isolated, sequential events as you read these words. Each word encapsulates a distinct sensation, capable of unfolding various narratives. Mastery over our attention in the four-dimensional sphere allows us to consciously shape our three-dimensional reality. This mastery is honed through lucid dreaming, where attention is effortlessly sustained. Minimizing effort and maintaining focus is key to altering the future. In a controlled lucid dream, we intentionally craft an event we wish to manifest in the three-dimensional realm. The sensations employed in constructing our lucid dream are realities from the four-dimensional world, temporally displaced. Through relaxation and a dreamlike consciousness, we maintain deliberate control over our focus. In this state, we vividly imagine experiencing our desired event as reality. This technique's application in future alteration hinges on the exclusive concentration on the lucid dream, the envisioned event signifying our desire's fulfillment. Immobilize your physical form and usher in a state of consciousness akin to dreaming, actively participating in the desired scenario through vivid visualization of undergoing that very scenario in the present moment. This process aids in cultivating the sensation of having already attained your objective. In our third exploration, we delve into the realm of imagination. A prevailing belief holds that for judgment to be deemed accurate, it must mirror the external world. This suggests that if I, despite physical constraints, internally embrace the notion of freedom, my belief doesn't directly translate to actual freedom. Yet, through divine insight, I've embraced countless extraordinary possibilities that diverge from the concrete realities our senses and imaginations convey to others as liberating. To truly comprehend another's essence, we must envision them as already embodying their deepest desires. Any perception of an individual that falls short of their realized aspirations fails to liberate them and hence, strays from truth. contrary to the educational norms of academic institutions that prioritize course and seminar attendance as a proxy for personal knowledge acquisition, my learning journey has been anchored in the power of imagination. I devoted countless hours to transcending the boundaries of logic and sensory perception through imagination, until such imagined states felt as tangible as the physical world itself. So much so, that bystanders became mere extensions of my imaginative realm, acting in alignment with my desires, all powered by imagination. In moments of meditative clarity, my imagination reveals itself as a magnetic force, drawing all my desires towards me. Desire fuels imagination, sculpting my external reality as I mold it from within. Initially, I yearn to see something or someone, then I visualize it as though it were right before my eyes, leading to its physical manifestation. If I wish to hear, I listen as though the sounds were real, and the imagined voice articulates my thoughts precisely as intended. I could enumerate various instances to substantiate my assertions, showing how these imagined scenarios transition into physical existence. However, I acknowledge that such examples might breed skepticism among those who haven't experienced similar phenomena. In profound meditative states, I've summoned into being entities that were previously invisible, with the unseen not only becoming visible but also assuming a physical form. By desiring and visualizing ourselves living out our aspirations, we can mold our future to align with our desires. Nonetheless, we must heed the Prophet's counsel to center our focus on love and goodness, given that imagination is inherently neutral, serving both noble and nefarious intentions with equal fervor. What resides within us as good beckons goodness, with both desire and imagination drawing like energies. Their fullest expression is realized when the mind dwells in a dreamlike state. I've extensively documented the methodology I employ to access a higher dimensional realm, yet I wish to unveil another approach to unlocking this domain. In dreams, we often find ourselves led by visions, lacking dominion over them. However, the internal imagination within dreams can transition into external reality. In the dream state, amidst meditation, we traverse from our current world to a higher dimensional one, recognizing that dream figures are not mere two-dimensional constructs as some contemporary psychologists propose. They are palpable realities of this elevated dimension, susceptible to my manipulation. Discovering that I can command awareness within a dream, I gain control over any static or inanimate dream object, be it furniture or foliage. Commanding awakening while firmly grasping the dream object, I'm propelled through an awakening sensation, transitioning to another plane with the dream object in hand, now mastering, not being led by, my vision. In this awakened state, I wield complete control over the direction of my thoughts. Through imagination, we summon the unseen as though it were already manifest. In this state, by invoking the existence of the desired, we embrace the sensation of our desires fulfilled. Unlike our three-dimensional existence, where a lag exists between our aspirations and their realization, in this higher dimensional space, our desires manifest instantaneously. Our external reality immediately mirrors our internal convictions. Here, anticipation is unnecessary. We visualize as though it has already transpired, and lo, the fields are ripe for harvest. In this higher dimensional realm, struggle is obsolete, we merely stand witness to the unfolding of divine providence, as echoed in 2 Chronicles 20 verse 17. As this superior realm gradually merges with our three-dimensional existence, we, through the potency of imagination, have the capacity to sculpt our reality in accordance with our desires. Visualize as though you have already beheld, listen as though you have already heard, reach out as though you have already touched, and your vision shall transform into reality. For those who hold belief in their hearts, it's imperative to transform how you perceive yourself. The ideals we pursue and aim to fulfill must inherently reside within our potential, for they could not exist otherwise. I am now compelled to share and highlight a profound personal encounter from 2 years past, which I trust will be elucidated through quotes from scholarly research, demonstrating the operation of the consciousness law. This will reveal that the only transformation required is within ourselves. During a reflective moment at sea, I engaged in deep contemplation about achieving a state of perfection, pondering the existence of a clear vision to recognize injustices, the purity of perception devoid of judgment. Within this deep meditative state, I experienced an ascension beyond the sensory darkness, feeling as though I became a fiery entity within an airy form, while celestial melodies proclaimed, "He is risen, he is risen," seemingly in reference to myself. Subsequently, I envisioned myself amidst the ancient surroundings of the Bethesda pool, surrounded by a throng of the ailing and incapacitated, all seemingly awaiting not the stirring of waters but my presence. As I neared them, effortlessly, I healed them one by one, bestowing upon them perfect eyes, limbs, and health, drawing from an unseen source to craft their restoration into perfect harmony. Upon their healing, the celestial music ceased, the vision faded, and I awoke. I am persuaded that this vision stemmed from my intense meditation on perfection, as my meditations invariably merge with the state of contemplation. Immersed deeply in that concept, I momentarily became the embodiment of my contemplation. The lofty ideal I identified with attracted sublime entities and crafted the vision to align with my inner essence. The ideals we connect with animate through a synergy of ideals, infusing life into myriad mental states to weave a narrative around the core concept. My mystical encounters have solidified my belief that external perfection is attainable solely through self-transformation, in alignment with divine principles. Nothing is truly lost, we only stray from our path by stepping outside our destined sphere. In life and beyond, we sculpt our reality in the realm of imagination and emotion, brightening or dimming our journey, choosing conflict or peace based on our self-perception, especially concerning our immense internal potential. Those who impact our lives, whether knowingly or not, serve as conduits for the law that shapes us. Projecting a specific desire organizes our external world to mirror our internal mental state. The perfection we seek externally is attainable only through self-transformation. No external aid will suffice. The mountains we aim to conquer are within. Thus, our focus must turn inward, to our consciousness, the sole lens through which all experiences are interpreted. We can rely on the fairness of this law to yield only what aligns with our intrinsic nature. To attempt changing the world without first altering our perception is to contest the natural order. External change is predicated on internal transformation. As within, so without. This isn't a call to indifference but an encouragement to envision ourselves living in the greatness we desire, mentally. Action devoid of consciousness shift is ineffectual, regardless of the physical effort or contention involved. Life's adjustments cannot surpass our personal assumptions, no matter the extent of our endeavors. Contesting our experiences is to challenge the law governing our existence and control over our destiny. Our life circumstances are entwined with our self-image, shaped from the vast reservoir of our being. If we encounter suffering, the cause must be sought within, for we are shaped here and elsewhere to align with our self-concept. Deep meditation merges us with the state of contemplation, where visions, experiences, and behaviors correspond with our shift in consciousness, evidencing that a transformation in consciousness precipitates changes in our environment and actions. History shows that intense emotions significantly alter mental states. Post-conflict periods often usher in materialism and greed, overshadowing the ideals that ignited the conflict, a natural consequence of war's hatred, which lowers our consciousness from the ideal to the conflict's level. If we could channel devotion towards our ideals as fervently as we do aversion, ascending to our ideals would be as effortless as descending into hatred. Love and hatred possess the power to mold our character in the image of our focus. Through intense hatred, we internalize the traits we attribute to our adversaries. The only requisite change is in how we view ourselves. By transforming our being, our world reshapes and renews in accordance with our internal affirmation.